Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by Apex Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Whiteley, and this is your Golf Central update. Well, the Scottish Open is teeing off this week. You have got a loaded field with 7 of the top 11 players in the world, as most of the big names in golf are playing in the UK before they head to southeast England for the Open next week. And that includes Xander Schauffele and Collin Morikawa as they get ready for the Renaissance Club. But first, how was Xander's recent wedding?
It was really special. I think it was very intimate. It was just our immediate family, making up of my mom, brother, and my dad, and her sister, mom and dad. And we just had an officiant come to the house, and it was very private. And I think it was, personally, I think it made it more special.
So you come over here, and the idea was the family may travel, but you can't do that. So tell us about being separated and what you've got coming up.
Yeah, it was something we were made aware of early enough. Obviously, it was going back and forth for a bit, but it's okay. I look at this as a job. Obviously, I love my job, but sometimes not everyone can make it. So I'm still here, and I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability.
So now you are here. What do you think?
It's great. It's sort of everything I expected. Doing an interview in the rain, playing in the rain, practicing in the rain. And it being, a bit cooler than what I'm used to back home. So I was just in Las Vegas for the past week and a half, and it was about 110 Fahrenheit there. So this is a vast difference.
What are the challenges that brings out to you as a golfer at Hamilton Links Golf Course?
Just different golf. And when I say that, I mean different shot shapes in terms of flight, different bounces in the middle of the fairway or off to the sides, different bunkering. It's just a different way of thinking. And so I think I wanted to go into the Open more prepared than I have in past years. Usually I come over to Europe to get used to the time change, but I figured this year, with no family being allowed, I'm going to come and play and get used to, get my brain on the right page of sort of shot making and shot selection out here.
Everyone says it rains out here, and I've heard people apologize for the rain, but this is what you guys are used to. This is normal out here for a summer's day, and I've got to get used to it. There's no complaining in my end. I'm being able to travel across the world, play some great golf, play a great golf course, and just really have a great tournament. So I look forward to the kind of challenge that it's going to put in front of me.
Okay, so when you come into the world of professional golf and you're amateur number one, there's an expectation. What you've achieved over the last couple of years has been extraordinary. Do you pinch yourself? Would you expect that? Tell us about that, because it's quite remarkable.
Yeah, well, you're not the first one to say the word expectations, and how I look at them are goals. I think expectations are what media people put on me, and everyone around me, puts. And all I set are just great goals. How do I achieve these goals? And for me, there's really no ceiling that I've ever looked at. It's just how do we check off one box and add 2 more. And that's the drive of just me wanting to get better, me wanting to keep pushing myself. How do I become a better person, a better golfer? And it's just been so much fun. So yeah, when you have the kind of career you have as an amateur golfer, there's a lot in front of you, but there's been so many golfers like that. And how do you kind of separate yourself? And everything's been an opportunity. This is an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to play good golf. And that's how I look at these days. When you see good fields like this, you want to be a part of it. You want to play really well, and hopefully, have that trophy in your hand on Sunday to know that you beat really a bunch of great guys on a great golf course. So it's good to see, just a great field in general.
Well, we mentioned it's a stacked field, so take a look at some of the notable tee times to keep an eye on. Xander Schauffele going off with Tommy Fleetwood and Tyrrell Hatton at 3 a.m. Eastern. You've also got Lee Westwood alongside Scotland's Bob McIntyre and Collin Morikawa at 3:10 a.m. And then at 8 a.m. Eastern, that feature group with US Open champion Jon Rahm, Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas. And the PGA Tour heads to TPC Deere Run for the John Deere Classic. Dylan Fratelli is your defending champion, and it's been an official event since 1972. It's traditionally played the week before the Open Championship. So with more from Illinois, here is Henny Koyak.
Thanks, Anna. Yes, the John Deere Classic, in fact, didn't happen last year due to COVID. So this year we are celebrating the 50th year anniversary of the John Deere Classic. There's a few notable players in the field, more on that in a moment. But first, this is the last chance that you get to qualify for the Open Championship. The player in the top 5 not otherwise exempt will get that title. So a lot to play for, as well as being one of those events of these last few Travelers last week in Detroit that you can perhaps snag a win with some of those top names that are preparing for the next major, the Open Championship. The field is wide open, and as I said, there's a few notables, but a really good opportunity to get up those rankings if you're one of those players that are a bit lower down the FedEx, especially ahead of those playoffs. This golf course, again, very similar to the last two in the fact that it's going to yield a ton of birdies. It's in fantastic condition. Weather-wise, we might be expecting a little bit of rain, so that will make the greens more receptive. And I think numbers-wise, we're looking anywhere from 20 under plus as a winner. So those guys, the mindset will have to be aggressive. They'll have to be going for it. Maybe a playoff, although me being involved in the last 2 playoffs, I'm really hoping that that's not the case, that we have a standout winner. All right, inside the field, we've got Steve Stricker, 3-time champion here, Ryder Cup captain, perhaps keeping his eye on a pick here and there. Zach Johnson is also playing assistant captain, so they might be conferring over who catches their eye here this week. Mito Pereira, the Chilean, he graduated from Korn Ferry Tour, 3 wins. He got the golden goose. That's the thing that when you're playing on developmental tours, that is what you're going for. He achieved it, and last week in Detroit, that was his first event, but we caught up to him to see what the changes were, what the differences were, and what he's looking forward to out here on tour.
It's not like you have in your mind to win 3 times, so you just want to get to the PGA Tour and do it that way. It's a huge boost in my confidence, and I know that I can do it and try to play good here and keep competitive.
How much freedom does that afford you? Because you know you're going to get your tour card for next year now. You almost have a run of a few free events, if you like.
Exactly, yeah. This I'll play like 6 events, I think, so these are kind of just adapting, and obviously I want to play well, I want to win, but new tour, everything's new, so just trying to be as much, I don't know, trying to get every information every week and try to do the best, so next season I'll do the best.
You'll be up and running, ready to go.
Yeah,
You did play last week in Detroit. What have you seen are the main differences between Korn Ferry Tour and PGA Tour so far?
Well, obviously, Korn Ferry is very competitive too. I think playing like I did this last couple months is going to be good for PGA Tour too. So, major difference, just, I don't know, you get the courtesy car, you get food is better, but you know, you're competing against the course. You just try to do the best, and I hope I'll do it.
You've earned yourself a spot in the Olympics alongside Joaquin Niemann.
Yeah.
You're great friends with him.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to that?
It's going to be great. Representing Chile, it's a big deal for us. Chile is a small country, so if we do good there, it's going to be good for us, for Chile, for the people in Chile that follows golf. So I hope we get a good run and try to get a medal.
So a little bit of freedom there for Mito, and given the birdies and the styles of the golf course that are usually available on Korn Ferry Tour, I think he'll be really primed this week, given that it's going to be such a low-scoring event. Well, he mentioned the Olympics, and he's going to be playing alongside fellow Chilean Joaquin Niemann there. They're really good friends, have known each other for years, grew up together. And when I asked him, had Waka given you any advice, he said no. And that's because the two just never talk about golf. They talk about anything else, their joint love for gaming, just not golf.